Okay, yeah, hi everybody. This is Prem again, back with another Salesforce integration video. So in today's video, it's going to be a quick session where I'm setting up an integration between Salesforce and Jira. It is a complete automated process where whenever we click a button on a record page of on a certain object, Jira issue is created in the Jira project, right? So let me first show you how let me first show you the complete flow. We are also sending the attachments that are related to a particular record as an attachments to the issue in Jira, right? So let us begin then. So here you see we have a case object. Now what I will do, I will create a new case, right? I'll select the case reason as some kind of breakdown, right? Then I'll select the origin as phone. So the subject will be accidental damage, right? And the description will be right. So this is all. So I'm creating a case in Salesforce. I will click on save and the case record is created. What we are going to do is, so you see a button over here. On click of a button, here on click of a button here, I see that if there is like an existing issue key available or so you see there is no existing issue key available as this case was generated just right now. So the moment I click on submit to Jira, what will happen is it will create an issue in Jira. So here you see the Jira issue is created and we also get to see the key which is SFC29. Now I will go to the Jira and just refresh this page and see whether if the issue is created. You can also search for 29. So you see accidental damage. So the Jira issue is present here with the description. Yeah, so the customer wants to repair the damage caused by accident, which includes these blah blah blah. So you see, with just click of a button, it created an issue in Jira, right? And a user wants to add some more comments. So let's suppose this is an additional thing that a customer wants. I'll click on save, and along with it, I'll add some attachment. You see, car accident. I'll add these two like photos of the accident of the car. I'll click on OK. So what I've done now is I have added some comments in the description and I've also added some attachments. So now if I click on submit to Jira, it will update the existing issue, Jira issue, right? So this is the Jira issue SFC29. It will update the existing issue with the description. Here we have the updated description along with the attachment. So now I'll click on submit to Jira and click on submit. So instead of created, now it will show updated. So issue has been updated successfully, right? So let's go to Jira. So this is it. If I click on the issue, you see now we are also having the customer also wants to do the paint job along with the photos of the car of the accident. So this is the complete flow of creating an issue from the case record page along with the attachments, right? Now, let's jump to see how the whole process is done, right? So to complete this from the backend perspective, what all things that we need? Let me show you now. We need the, like I showed you the flow and what all things that we needed to do in order to complete this flow. Let's take a look at all this one by one, right? So for the name credentials, I would request you to watch the previous video published on the Enlighten Force previously. Now let's jump to the fields that I have to create. I will go to case object and from the case object, I'll search for Jira issue key. So this is a field that I had to create. It is of type text and I am treating it as external ID. Just in case in future, if I want to treat this particular issue key as an external ID. So again, here you see this is maintaining the Jira issue key. And there is one more field which is called submitted attachments. This is capturing the blob data of files that I have already sent. So that if a user clicks on the button and tries to update it here, so you see if I click on update, it will update the issue, but it did not send the same files again and again. Why is that? Because I am maintaining the the blob format of the files that I have already sent here. So this is the field which is maintaining it here. I am not showing it on the UI because there is no purpose of showing them on the UI. So I have kept it hidden, right? And the next thing that we need is I'll show you the Apex code, right? So let's go there. Let's jump on to seeing the Apex code. So this is the complete Apex code where I have certain methods and I have the wrapper classes which I have used to uh, which I've used to deserialize the JSON or convert. Like basically, I've created the wrapper. So this is a complete Apex class which contains methods as well as the wrapper classes, right? So let's go from the like line by line. So I am first also like I am controlling whether if I want to send the attachments with the record and I want to create attachments on the Jira side or not. So if this flag is true, that means I will be sending the attachments if they are present, right? Then here this string I am also like maintaining the name credentials here so that I don't have to repeat the same line anywhere. So I'm maintaining like I'm creating a final constant here. Then I'm also maintaining the project key at the top level, class level, and I'm also maintaining the issue key. Again, if you want to go into the advanced level, we can configure this all things using the custom metadata, but that is not the purpose of today's video. So yeah. So, okay, these are some of the constants that I have used. The next method is the common callout method, which returns the response. It creates a request, sends a request, and it returns the response. Next method is actually the method which is creating a Jira issue. So this accepts the record ID, right? And for that record ID, what it does is checks whether if like gets the case record to that record ID and forms the body, right? So this is the body that we can get online to create an issue. So for the key, I'm passing the pro key, which I have constant here. For the summary, I'm passing the subject from the case, and for the description, I'm passing the description here. And I'm also using the ECMA script, like I'm skipping the ECMA script. So this is I'm creating a body. Next thing is I'm creating a response and I'm checking if there is already an issue key present on the same record itself. If it is present, then I'm like copying the issue key and I'm forming the endpoint. So this will be for the put. That means if the record already has an issue key, that means we need to update the existing issue, right? So in that case, the endpoint is going to be this and the method is going to be put. And else if there is no issue key, then we create. So to create, we need this as an endpoint and the method should be post, right? So I'm again giving call out to the common call out method. So I'm passing the endpoint here which I have created, I'm passing the method here, and I'm passing the body, right? And the next thing is I'm giving the call out to create an issue. Once the issue is created, then we are again checking what is the status code. If the status code is 200 or and 1, which means the issue is created. So this is the status code for that. And if the issue is created, then we are deserializing and updating the case with the issue key that is created, right? And if the status code is 204, like which is basically the request is updating the existing issue, then we are just returning updated, right? So these are all the things that we are doing. And along with it, we are also checking whether if we want to send the like we are getting the existing attachments. So we are passing the record ID as well as the key here, Jira issue key, right? So this is the method for get attachment. What is that this method doing is this method like gets the case record from the record ID, gets the file linked to that case record using the this object, right? So you can read this comment line. This is all like done by me from the scratch. So you can take a look at what I'm doing. I'm basically querying on case object and also getting the attachments that are related to it. If the attachments are related, so for each attachment I'm first checking whether if like what attachments that I have already sent to Jira. If they are already sent to Jira, then I will not send again. If they are not, I will send. So here I'm checking it for that. I'm checking for the blob format. If the blob format contains it, right, then I'm sending like and I'm maintaining the status code. So I'm also sending the attachments from here. And this is a method which is used to send the attachments to the issue. So it accepts the file in blob format. It accepts the string, I mean the name of the file that you want to display on the Jira, and also the issue key for which we want to attach these documents, right? So this is the complete code for that status code, and those all things you can check here. And along with that, I am maintaining the blob. So you see, this is the attached file, which is it returns. And this attached file is basically a combination of blob format of the files, which I am using here to store it into the submit attachment so that no duplicate attachments are sent again. So you can take the look into this, right? So yeah, this method is to get attachments, get the existing attachments. And now from this get attachments, I am calling to this send attachments method, which is actually giving a call out and sending the attachment. There is many things happening here, so it will be hard for me to explain you line by line. But yeah, if you want, I'll share this code in the comments. uh, Apart from that, I'm also like creating the request here, and then we have the request is post, we have endpoint. I'm configuring the endpoint here at the top, here you see. And then I'm also sending the, I want to send the body as in blob format, right? So I'm encoding the body into the blob format, and then I'm also setting up the timeout. And after that, after creating a successful request, I'm sending a like request, I'm catching the response. And in response, if the status code is successful, I'm returning the status code, right? So here the whole process is complete here. So this is the complete code that is creating an issue, sending an issue, getting an issue, and whatnot, right? This is all on the Epic side. Now it comes to the LWC. LWC component is very simple. If I open here, I'll just search for create issue, right? So this is an HTML. So before this, I'll show you just the meta file. The targets I'm setting it to Lightning record action page because I am going to launch this Lightning component or this LWC component on click of a button on the record page, right? So it is an record action. So yeah, this is the target for it. So this is an LWC component where I first have the issue key. I'm displaying the issue key. I am having a button, and on click of a button, it will call the Apex class, which will either create or update the existing issue. So I'm also having a spinner, which will only be visible until the whole process is complete, right? Then we will move on to this JS, where I'm actually calling this LWC or this Apex class, which is Aura enabled exposed. So for every method that you want to call from LWC, it should be Aura enabled, which means that that method is now exposed and is visible for within LWC. Okay. So then I also have this toast messages. So whenever we have successful or error message, I want to show the toast message. I also want to automatically close the LWC component whenever the whole process is complete. I am importing it from here. Then I am also automatically updating the value on the record page. So whenever an issue is updated or issue key is present, it will automatically update the record with that issue key, right. And then I'm also getting the record. So now I have this record ID, issue key, and spinner. So I am calling this get record UI record API, where I'm passing the record ID and the field that I want to show on the UI, right? So this is the method for that. I also have this handle click method, which fires only when I click on submit, right? And it creates an issue and it waits. So this is an async process. So which is an imperative Apex method. So it gives a call out to Apex and it waits for the result. So if the result includes SFC, which means the record has been successfully created, and this is the toast message that we see. If the issue is been updated, so this is the the message it is shown in the toast, right? And then I have this common toast like method which accepts the title message and variant. Right, so this was a configuration for LWC. I will again pass this whole source code to you. Then the next step that we have here is the button, which is the last thing, right? So on this case, all you have to do is you have to go on buttons, You have to click on new action. So it is going to be an action button because it performs an action, right? So here we have what is going to be my action type. My action type is basically I want to call an LWC component. So I want to show an LWC component here. I can see the all the LWC components for which the target is set to lightning record action, right? So I can select here or I will select here as create JIRA issue. I can rename it anything and I'll click on save. So likewise, I have already created this button, which is of type or the action type is basically LWC component, which is calling the submit to JIRA LWC component, which I just showed you. This is the same. And I have created this action. Now, after I create this action, I have to add this into the layout. So I'll select the layout which I am currently viewing, and you can also use dynamic. You can upgrade it to dynamic so that you can have right after adding to the page layout. So yeah, this completes the whole flow. Now, if I again click on submit to Jira, it shows the existing Jira issue. Let's suppose I want to add some more comments. Customer also wants quick repair facility. So this is the description or the comment that I have added. Now, if I click on submit to Jira, it will not push the files or the attachments because those are already present there. If I click on submit to Jira, it is only going to update the things apart from attachments. So now if I go to Jira and click on refresh again, we will see the description being updated. So you see customer already or customer also wants quick repair facility. Right. So here you can again see updated 17 seconds ago. Yeah. So this completes the whole flow of uh, creating an integration, outbound integration from Salesforce to Jira from case object along with the attachments, right? And this works in creating an issue as well as updating the existing issue. So yeah, this is all for today. Apart from that, if you have any doubts or you need any further explanation, you feel free to comment. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.